Hi children, good morning all. Welcome back to our class. The last class we learned circles and some of its properties, theorems, and also cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, what is cyclic quadrilateral? Do you know? Now you know about what is cyclic quadrilateral. And we done 4 problems based on that cyclic quadrilateral. Today we are continuing that problems. Okay, that exercise. Okay. See here, our fifth question is A, B, C, D are 4 points on a circle. AC and BD intersect at point E such that angle BEC equal to 130, angle ECD equal to 20, and find angle BAC. In front of you, a textbook is needed. It's very important. Okay. So here in this B, A, B, C are 3 points on a circle. AC and BD intersect at point E. AC and BD intersect at E. See children, here angle BEC. BEC is 130 degree. BEC is 130 degree. ECD is 20 degree. Find angle BAC. We have to find this angle. We have to find this angle. And how to find this angle? See children, here angle BAC and BDC, the angles, there are 2 angles in the same segment, isn't it? BAC and BDC are angles in a same segment. So these 2 angles are equal. If we know about this angle, we can find this angle BAC. Okay. See, here we given this angle is 130. By linear pair, we can find this angle. Okay. Now here we get a triangle and we know about these 2 angles, and we can find from 180, subtract from that 180, we get angle BDC. Now we get angle BAC because of angles in a angles in a same segment. Okay. So here first we have to find angle BED and DEC equal 180 degree because of linear pair. That is angle BEC plus angle DEC equal to 180 degree because of linear pair. From this angle DEC equal 180 minus 130. 180 minus 130 is what? That is 50. Okay children. Now we get this angle is 15 degree. Then considering this triangle DEC. From this DEC we can find that angle D plus. Okay, angle D plus, then angle DEC. Angle DEC plus angle DCE. DCE equal to 190 degree because of angle sum property. Angle sum property of a triangle. Then from this we can find angle D. Angle D equal 180 minus angle DEC plus angle CED. Now here we get 50 and this is 20. 50 plus 20 is 70. So we get as 110. Okay, that is 110 means angle BDC equal 110. That's why angle BAC equal 110 degree because of angles in a same segment. Angles in a same segment. BDC we get as 110 degree, then angle BAC equal to 110 because of angles in a same segment. Okay, understood? See our 6th question. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral whose diagonals intersect at point E. If angle DBC equal to 70, angle BAC equal to 30, find angle BCD. If AB equal to BC, find angle ECD. Okay. From this, first we have to draw a figure. That is here a circle, and the ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. So here we draw a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, A, B, C, D is a cyclic quadrilateral, and diagonals intersect at point E. Diagonals, here diagonals. This is the one of the diagonals. Diagonals intersect at point E. This other diagonals is this one. Intersect at point E. Then DBC, where that DBC equals 70 degree. This is 70 degree. DBC equals 70 degree. BAC equals 30 degree. BAC equal to 30 degree. This is 30 degree. Then find angle BCD. BCD. We have to find this angle. Okay. We have to find this angle. And if AB equal to BC, then find ECD. Where is ECD? ECD. This one also. You have to find this one also. Okay. From this, first we have to find this angle and then we have to find this angle. Okay. Then how to find this? Here the given is angle DBC. DBC equals 70 degree. Angle DBC equals 70 degree. This DBC and DAC are the angles in the same segment. So this is 70, then we can set that this angle DAC is also 70 degree. So angle DAC equal to 70 degree because of angles in a same segments. Angles in a same segment. Angles in a same segments are equal. So DBC equal to 70. So DAC is also 70 degree. Okay. Now we get a DAC equal to 70 degree. See children, here DAC equal to 70 degree and this DAC equal to 30 degree. Then we can set that angle A equal to 70 plus 30 equal to 100 degree. Okay. So here angle A equal angle DAC plus angle BAC. Angle DAC equal to 70 plus BAC equal to 30 equal to 100 degree. Now we get angle A equal to 100 degree. That is angle A. A means angle DAB. That is angle A and angle C. This is cyclic quadrilateral. So angle A plus angle A and angle C. The sum of opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degrees. So angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree. So angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree. From this angle C equal to 180 minus 100 equal to 80 degree. Now we get angle C equal to 180 degree. That is angle BCD. BCD. That is angle BCD equal to 80 degree. Now we get angle BCD. BCD equal to 80 degree. Now we need angle this angle. Okay. From this, it's given that AB equal to BC. AB and BC are equal. Now triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle. Now we know that isosceles triangle. What is the specialty of isosceles triangle? In isosceles triangle, the base angles are equal. So here it is 30 degree. Now this is also 30 degree. That is angle BAC equal angle BCA equal 30 degree. Okay. Now from here we get it is 30 degree. The total it is angle BCD is 80 degree and this angle is 30 degree, then what is this angle? That is 80 minus 30. So that we can write as angle ECD equal this BCD, angle BCD, this BCD minus angle BCE, angle BCE. That is BCD is 80 and minus this BCE is 30 equal to 50 degree. Okay, understood how to find this. Okay. Now, question number 7. If diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral are diameters of the circle through the vertices of the quadrilateral, prove that it's a rectangle. So here, if the diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral, so first we drew a cyclic quadrilateral. The diagonals, the condition is the diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral are the diameters of a circle. Okay, so here we drew a cyclic quadrilateral and the diameters, then the diameters quadrilateral, the diameters of the circle, that is its diagonals. So this is the center and okay. So you draw that it's a rectangle. So you just draw this figure as a rectangle shape. Okay. I got this figure as a square shape. So you just draw it's a you can draw this. It's a rectangle. So you just draw it as rectangle. Okay. So see children. Then we can next we have to name this A, B, C, D as usual. A, B, C, D. Okay, and it is O. If the diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral are the diameters of the circle, here AC and BD are the diagonals of a cyclic quadrilateral, and also this AC and BD are the diameters of the circle. Okay, with the center O. Okay, then prove that it's a rectangle. Then we can prove that this cyclic quadrilateral is a rectangle. Okay. So how to prove this? If we prove this rectangle, we can bring this, all of its angles are 90 degree. Okay. So here this is the diameter and this is semicircle. The angles in a semicircle is what? That is 90 degrees. So angle BAD, angle BAD equal 90 degree. Like that, this is also BD is a diameter and angle BCD. Angle BCD is also 90 degree because of angles in a semicircle. Angles in a semicircle. Angles in a semicircle. Okay. Angles in a semicircle. Like that, AC is a diagonal. Then we can say that angle ADC and ABC is 90 degree. That is angle ADC equal 90 and angle ABC is also 90 degree because of angles in a semicircle. That is, considering this AC, ADC and ABC are 90 degree because of angles in a semicircle. Now we get angle A, angle B, and angle A equal to angle C equal to angle D equal to angle B. Consider this 90 degree. That is angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D equal to 90 degree. So this quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. So quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. We get all the angles are equal, so we get this ABC is a rectangle. Okay. Then question number 8. If the non-sides of a trapezium are equal, prove that it is cyclic. Okay. If the non-sides, the two non-sides of a cyclic of a trapezium. So first we draw a trapezium here. You know what is trapezium? How to draw a trapezium? You know anything about trapezium? These two sides are equal. These two sides are parallel. And these two sides are not parallel. That is trapezium. And here said that if the non-sides of a trapezium, these non-sides of a trapezium are equal. This side and these sides are equal. Prove that it is cyclic. Prove that it is cyclic. For that, for cyclic, we can set. First we name this A, B, C, D. As usual, name A, B, C, D. For that, for proving this cyclic quadrilateral, we can prove angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree and the angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. Because of cyclic quadrilateral, what is the condition of cyclic quadrilateral? That is the sum of opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. So here we have to prove angle A plus angle C equal to 180 and the angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. For that, first we draw a perpendicular. Here it's an extra one, so I draw a dotted line. For that, first we draw a perpendicular. Perpendiculars, and what name as L. L and M. Okay. This DL and CM are the perpendiculars on this AB. First we write DL and what is the other one? CM are the perpendiculars. Perpendiculars on which side? AB. Here. Now we get two triangles, that is DAL and CDM. DLA and C, because of this is 90 degrees, so that's why we can write DLA and CMB. Okay. Then considering the two triangles in D triangle DLA and triangle CMB. You can set that AD equal BC. Isn't it? AD equal BC. AD equal BC. Two non-parallel sides are equal. Two non-sides are equal. So that's why these two sides equal. Okay. Then that is given. Now this DL equal to CM. DL equal to CM. These two non-parallel sides are equal. Then this 4 cm gap other line. This 4 cm gap other line. So these lines also equal. Then it is 90 degree. Okay. Then it is 90 degree. That is angle DL A equal angle CMB. Angle CMB equal, that is perpendicular. So it's 90 degree. So we can set that this is R and this is hypotenuse and one of its sides by RHS. By RHS, we can set that triangle DLA congruent to triangle CMB by RHS congruent condition. These two triangles are congruent. Then by CPCT, this angle is minus 1 and it is 2. This is 3 and it is 4. And here by CPCT we can set that from these two triangles angle 1 equal to angle 2. Okay, from these two triangles we can set that angle 1 equal to angle 2 by CPCT. If you need, then you can, instead of this one, you can write as ADL and BCM. Anything you can write. For simply I can put here angle 1 and it is 2. So angle 1 equal to angle 2 by CPCT. Okay, now we get angle 1 and angle 2 are equal. See children, we add this CDL to this angle 1. Angle 1. Because of these, it is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. So we add these two angles on this 1 and 2. That is angle 1 plus angle CDL. Angle CDL plus angle 2 equal to, this equal to angle 2 plus angle CDL, and here we add DCM. Angle DCM. Okay, now we get angle 1 plus angle this CDL, we can write as angle D. Instead of this, we can write as angle D equal, instead of this, we can write as angle C. Angle D equal to angle C. Now we get angle D equal to angle C. Okay, angle D equal to angle C. See children, DC and the AB are two parallel sides. See, DC parallel to AB. Then what is this angle? That is parallel side. Then we can co-interior angles are supplementary. The angles, the interior part of the parallel side. That is, do you remember this? Co-interior angles are supplementary. So we can write as angle D plus angle A equal to 180 degree. Angle D plus angle A equal to 180 degree because of DC parallel to AB. These two lines are parallel and it is a transversal cut to each other, and we get here a one angle, here at the other angle. These two angles we get, the sum is 180 degree. Angle D plus angle A equal to 180 degree. See children, from these, here it is 1 and it is 2. From 1, D equal to angle C. Okay, from the 1, D equal to angle C. That is substituting 1 in 2. 1 in 2. Then we get instead of this angle D, we can write as angle C. Instead of this angle D, we can write as angle C plus angle A equal to 180 degree. Angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Then we can say that is a cyclic quadrilateral. We get angle C plus angle A or angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Similarly, then other one, that is angle B plus angle D. Angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. Then it is cyclic. Okay, understood. See children, question number 9. Two circles intersect 2 points B and C. Two circles. So very big question, very big figure. Two circles intersects 2 points B and C through B. Two line segment ABD and PBQ are drawn intersect the circles at A, D and PQ respectively. Prove that angle ACB equal to QCD. We can prove this angle ACP. ACP, isn't it that ACP? ACP. Prove that ACP. This is P. ACP equal to QCD. Okay. So, how to prove this? See, it's a very big figure. But you just watch this. You can find our answer very simply. That is, here, considering this circle, this ACP and ABP are angles in a same segment. That is ACP and ABP. You just look only ACP and ABP. Angle ACP equal to angle ABP. ACP equal to ABP because of angles in a same segment. Angles in a same segment. angle ACP and ABP are equal from this big circle. And considering this small circle, this QCD and QBD. Only consider this QCD and QBD. This is also angles in a same segment. That is angle QCD equal angle QBD. That is also angles in a same segment. Angles in a same segment. Okay. Then consider this angle ABP and QBD. Only consider this angle ABP and angle QBD. Any idea? From your textbook, you just watch carefully that angle ABP and QBD. That is any idea about that angle? That is vertically opposite angles. You know vertically opposite angles. This is vertically opposite angle. What's the specialty of vertically opposite angle? Vertically opposite angles are equal. So that's why this is equal. That is vertically opposite angles. Okay. Now we have to prove angle ACP equal QCD. See children, here we get angle ACP equal to ABP. Question number 1. Angle ABP. From here, angle ABP equal to QBD. Okay. ACP equal to ABP and this ABP equal to this angle QBD. And this QBD equal to angle QCD. So we can write as, instead of this angle ABP, we can write as angle QCD. That's we have to prove. Once more, that is angle ACP equal to angle ABP. This angle ABP equal to angle QBD. From here, angle QBD equal to QCD. So from this, instead of this angle ABP, we can write as angle QCD. That's we prove. Okay, so it is equation number 1 and it is 2 and this is 3. From 1, 2 and 3, angle ACP equal angle QCD. Hence proved. Question number 10. If circles are drawn by taking two sides of a triangle as diameters, prove that the point of intersection of the circles lie on the third side. So, the diameters of the circles are the two sides of a triangle and two circles are intersects, and that one of the intersection is lie on the third side of the triangle. That is the question. Okay. So, first we draw two circles, the intersection of two circles. First we have to draw the intersection of two circles. Okay. So, and this is the center, this is also the center, another center, and this is the point of intersection. The another point of intersection is here, and this point of intersection lies on the third side. This is diameter. Here, if circles are drawn by taking two sides of a triangle, see here we get a triangle. We name this A and this B, C. Okay. Prove that point of intersection of these circles, lie on the third side. The third side, there is a point of intersection. See, here we get, and we can name that as D or P. Okay. That is, we can prove this P is on this line. A, P, C are on same line. For that, we have to prove these A, P, C are collinear points. What is collinear points? Collinear points are the points in a straight line. Collinear points means these points in a straight line. It is called a collinear points. Okay. In the straight line, the points are called a collinear points. Okay. So we have to prove this A, P, C are collinear points. Collinear points are points in a straight line. So we have to prove this line is a straight line. The straight line means 180 degree. Okay. For that, here I draw a dot line to join this P and B. Okay. Draw P to B or join P to B. Draw PB. Okay, draw PB. Now we get this is the center and it is the diameter. Now APB. Angle APB is what? That is 90 degree. That is angles in a semicircle. Angles in a semicircle. Okay, angles in a semicircle is 90 degrees. So that's why this angle APB is 90 degree. Similarly, this is diameter of the circle and this BPC also 90 degree. Angle BPC is also 90 degree because of that angles in a semicircle. Okay, BPC is also 90 degree because of angles in a semicircle. Now we get angle APC, angle APB under BPC or CPB. Angle BPC, BPC or CPB. This we can write as angle CPB. CPB. Okay, because of these angles 90 degrees. So that's why APB under CPB or BPC is 90 degree. So we can write as angle APB and plus angle CPB equal to 90 plus 90 equal to 180 degrees. So 180 degrees is a straight line. Now we get 180 degree. 180 degrees is a straight line. So it's a line. We get this APC are a line. So A comma P comma C are collinear points. Collinear points. So that's why this P lie on the third side. So P lies on the third side. Okay, and number 11, ABC and ADC are two triangles with a common hypotenuse AC. Prove that angles CAB and CBD are equal. So first we have to draw the common two triangles with a common hypotenuse. See children, and it is ABC and ADC are two triangles with a common hypotenuse AC. So here AC and it is B, this is D. You have to prove that angle CAB and the CBD, this CBD are equal. See, CAB and CBD are equal. This, if it is cyclic quadrilateral, see children, if this is a cyclic quadrilateral, see, if this is a cyclic quadrilateral, we can simply say that angle CAB, this angle, this CAB and the CBD are CAB. Is it CAB or CFB? CAD. So sorry, CAD. This CAD. This CAD and the CBD. These CBD are two triangles within two angles in a same segment. Okay. But in the question there is no mention that it is not a cyclic quadrilateral. So first we have to prove this is a cyclic quadrilateral. For that we have to bring that opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral 180. So we have to prove angle B plus angle D are 180 or angle A plus angle C equal to 180. Isn't it? So if we get that opposite angles of a quadrilateral is 180, then we can say that it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Then we can say that these angles are equal because of angles in a same segment. So first we have to prove it is cyclic. Okay, cyclic. For that, this considering this AC, this is hypotenuse and it is the center. This is diameter. This is diameter AC. So we can say that this angle ABC equal to 90 degree and this APC is also 90 degree. That is CAP, CAB not CAP and the CBP. Okay. For that, first we have to draw angle ABC equal to 90 degree. ABC equal to 90 degree because angles in a same circle. Angles in a semicircle. Angles in a semicircle. Angles in a semicircle. So angle ABC equal to 90 degree and APC. Oh, this is P. No, this is D. CAD. This is CAD and this is CBD. Oh, now it's okay. CAD and CBD. Okay. So angle ABC equal to 90 degree and ADC. Angle ADC equal to 90 degrees because of angles in a semicircle. Okay. So angle AB equal to 90 degree. Now we get angle angle D equal to 90 degrees. So angle B plus angle D equal to 90 plus 90 equal to 180 degree. Okay. So ABCD. So ABCD is a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. Angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. Then we can say that this quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral. So it is a cyclic quadrilateral. So it's a cyclic quadrilateral. Then in cyclic quadrilateral, this angle CAD and CBD are equal because of angles in a same segment. So angle CAD equal to angle CBD because of angles in a same segment. Angles in a same segment. Okay. Understood? Our 12th question, the last question is prove that cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. So we have to prove the cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. So first we have to draw a cyclic parallelogram. A, B, C, D. This is a cyclic parallelogram with the center O. It's a cyclic parallelogram ABCD. Now we have to prove this cyclic parallelogram is a rectangle. Okay. For this, we know that the opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal, and some of opposite angles of a parallelogram are 180 degree. In a cyclic parallelogram, in a cyclic quadrilateral, the opposite angles are 180 degrees. Some of opposite angles are 180 degrees. So that angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree and angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. Angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree and angle B plus angle D equal to 180 degree. So in a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. In a parallelogram, opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are in a parallelogram. Opposite angles are equal. So that angle A plus here we get angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. So we can set the opposite angles are equal. Now we can set that angle A equal to angle C and angle B equal to angle D. From this angle A plus angle C equal to 180. Angle A plus angle C equal to 180 degree. Then angle A equal to angle C. Then we can set that twice angle A equal to 180 and angle A equal to 90 degree. Okay. Similarly here angle B plus angle D equal to 180. Angle B plus angle D equal to 180. That is twice angle B equal to 180 degree. That is angle B equal to 90 degree. Now we get angle A equal to angle B equal to 180 degree. Similarly, angle C equal to angle D equal to 180 degree. Similarly, angle C equal to angle B equal to 90 degree. So, angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D equal to 90 degrees. So, it's a rectangle. All angles are 90 degrees, so we get it's a rectangle. If we prove it's rectangle, so we can bring all the angles of this quadrilateral is 90 degree. Then it's a rectangle. So these are the last question in this chapter. So children, you should study this chapter today itself and watching this video 2 or 3 times. For each question you should watch 2 or 3 times. Okay. After that only you can write in the notes, and that only you can write 2 times also. Okay. So study well children. Today itself you study. Thank you.